I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, the head coach for Job Search Coaching HQ.com, a site with curated information that'll help you find work more quickly. Why are so many recruiters such idiots? I've been asked that question 3 times this week by different people I coach, and I'll just kind of explain to you what's happening. These folks were generally reached out to by recruiters who, in one way or another, were imbeciles. How were they imbeciles? Well, their knowledge was thimble deep, was one example. They couldn't answer any questions, and there's a whole litany of things. But I'll just simply say, when you're talking to a recruiter, that person doesn't work for you. They work for an employer. After all, the employer pays them. As such, if you think they're trying to place you, and that language it's so misleading because it suggests that they work for you, which they don't. And if you say to me, well, they need me in order to get the fee, well, yes, and there's a lot more of you out there than there are jobs. So some of them are playing what used to be called dialing for dollars. It could be emailing or in-mailing for dollars. They are out there just trying to reach out to as many people as they can with particular keywords, because their manager, because generally you're talking to a junior person, their manager has told them, I need some help on this search. Can you find someone who? And they don't really know anything. How do you head these people off? Well, while they're on the phone with you, you can ask them, before we go any further, I want to understand a little bit about your background. How long you been in the field? Give me a sense of the kind of searches you work on. Now, if you're in a place where you can do this real time, like you're sitting at your desk and you're on your phone, well, you can look them up on LinkedIn because they've mentioned their name, they've mentioned their company name. What firm are you with? And you can do a quick search. And the first thing is, if they lie to you in any way about their background, get rid of them, because that's the first lie. And it's just so easy for them to try and exaggerate their experience and try and convince you that they have more experience than they really do. If they try and laugh and joke their way through this first conversation as though you're the imbecile for asking them a question, get rid of them fast, because if you allow disrespect to happen this early, it's certainly going to allow them to lie to you at the time that they have to close the deal, or what's more accurate, persuade you to accept their client's offer. Why are so many recruiters such idiots? Because the cost of entry, is next to non-existent. Like, someone graduates college, they've tried selling insurance, they have a degree that's worth nothing. That was my story, except for the insurance part. I graduated college. I didn't exactly have a career with my degree in political science. I had a personality. Okay, some of you will say I don't have a personality. Okay, but a lot of people are trying to find jobs, and the cost of entry is very small. They just have to do time and be willing to work hard. And over the course of time, because every situation is different, they learn through trial and error. There's no manual that you can read and suddenly say, hey, I'm going to be a great recruiter because I read this manual. I know exactly what to do in every situation. Doesn't work that way. I'll just simply say, caveat emptor, as you talk to someone who's got some savvy about them, can present an opportunity with thoroughness and detail because they have a relationship with a client that's willing to tell them a lot. As you go through the first round of interviews and see congruence with what you've been told, both in terms of the job and the people or the person, I should say, that you're meeting with, you can start trusting a little bit more. Again, always be aware that for a contingency recruiter, that person is only getting paid if you accept the job with their client. With a retained firm, they're getting 1/3 the fee if you accept the job with their client. It's a little less problematic for them. But fundamentally, most of these issues are with contingency firms, not retained ones. And you're running into idiots because basically they're glorified telemarketers, getting on the phone, trying to do fundraising. And unfortunately, the fundraising is for themselves, not for you. Hope you found this helpful. I'm Jeff Altman. If you're interested in my coaching you, reach out to me through LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/the big game hunter. Mention that you saw the video because I like knowing I'm helping some folks. Once we're connected, message that you're interested in coaching. We'll set up time for a free discovery call. Also want to mention, I've got a ton more available on my website, thebiggamehunter.us. Go over to the site, go exploring thousands of posts that you can watch, listen to, or read that'll help you. Job Search Coaching HQ is where I have it curated with an emphasis on interviewing. And what I do is I charge a fee for that site and give you an hour of free coaching, which is the equivalent of the cost of the site. So you get videos and articles and books that I've written available to you there, and an hour of coaching for the same price. So again, jobsearchcoachinghq.com. Join. I'd love to help you. And by the way, this is on the lifetime coaching option, not the 6-month package. Last thing I'll mention to you, if you like, I have other classes available on Skillshare. If you use the link in the show notes, you get 2 months for free if you decide to join the site instead of just 1. Again, Skillshare.com. Use the link in the show notes. Have a great day. Take care.